I don't
Are
consent.
you gonna do that every fucking time, Zoom?
Yes, I don't know.
Consent.
I don't consent, Zoom. Stop yelling at me that this is happening.
What are you doing, FBI agent?
I'm
you recording
in
this?
this meeting without consent.
Non-consensual meeting.
Ew.
There we go. Non-consensual meeting. What's wrong with that?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the BOTA Show. I am James. I'm joined today by Zack and Drew. How we doing, boys?
Hey. Oh, hold on. Let me just do that. Hey. Hi.
Hello. Fuck. I dropped my phone. So currently, as we are recording this, the game that I've been actually waiting for a while, and I think we're going to lead off with this, but the game I've been waiting for a while, and it's surprising they scheduled the first matchup in June, but Sox-Yankees is finally going on. It is a 3-0 game as we're recording right now. Rafi Devers with that monster hit, and fucking Nasty Nate's been lights out. So I'm happy with the start.
Yeah, I saw the update that they went up 3-0. I was kind of surprised, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of have noticed the trajectory of the Yankees and have noticed the trajectory of the Red Sox. So
they've been back and forth. And I mean, to be fair, when they both came into the series, they were coming off hot teams. I mean, the Sox finished the series with the Astros, and the Yankees finished the series with the Rays. So they're already pretty worn down coming into this matchup.
Yeah, but you can always find the energy for Sox Yankees. I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
muster it.
Also, I just saw Rafael Devers' exit velocity was 112.4 on that home run.
Ooh,
steamy.
Jesus,
smoked that shit.
Jesus, Rafi fastballs, baby. He doesn't give a shit about him. That's been a weird stat, but we're not going to talk about that because no one really cares about that kind of statistic. That's not why you come here. You come here for us being fucking morons. That's why we're here.
I would imagine that's why people come here.
I'd hope so. At this point, if you're still here and you're looking for stats, you're at the wrong fucking place.
7? Sure.
7.
Something like that.
45. If it's really fast, we're into it. If it's really fast or really strong. That's basically the synopsis of who we are as people. So talking about the MLB, we could talk about standings, whatever, fuck it. The biggest thing going around in the MLB right now, and this has been continuing since the beginning of the year with Trevor Bauer, I believe was the first one who
you know what? I did hear about that. I did hear about the Trevor Bauer one. Yeah. But I didn't realize it was still going on. I didn't realize people were still getting caught.
Yeah. So it's been happening more and more, but the classic pine tar, Vaseline, foreign substance on the glove on somewhere to affect the spin of the ball is back. And most recently, Yu Darvish was seen violently rubbing the thumb of his glove. It's like a very weird spot to rub. It's not like a normal spot. So now Yu Darvish is under fire for that.
And hey, pitchers, if Yu Darvish, if you're innocent, just don't do that. That's sketchy. That's weird.
It's a weird thing to do. Let's be honest.
Don't be sus.
Sus.
It's not that hard. I'm sure you can pitch without rubbing your glove. This is fine. I've done it.
It's not even just that he's rubbing his glove though. It's that he's rubbing the equivalent of here.
Right.
It's like what the fuck are you gonna be doing with that? Come on.
Regardless, why are you rubbing your glove?
Honestly.
Good glove. Good. Yeah.
Who's a good glove?
Who's a good glove?
Who's a good glove? Actually,
it's Trevor Bauer. What team is he on again?
The
Dodgers, right? Yeah. So it's been both pitchers from the Dodgers, right?
No, Yu Darvish is not on the Dodgers.
He's a padre. He's a
Oh.
father.
Oh, when was he on the Dodgers?
3 years ago.
Oh, okay. I see again.
Yeah.
He was
Baseball
on
and
the
me
Cubs most
don't mix.
recently.
Don't mix.
Yeah, Yu Darvish's last time on the Dodgers was when he was called for tipping pitches. That was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Shows what I know again.
Most notably, again, name we've heard before from earlier in the year, but Nick Castellanos has said that he thinks it's just a show by the MLB to make it seem like they're still in power. I kind of agree, honestly. I mean, there's definitely like the Yu Darvish situation, but like when you're pulling a name like Trevor Bauer off the bat, it's a draw, right?
I mean, it depends.
It can be. I mean, I definitely think. I mean, the name is there, the name recognition, so it pulls more people into a story. I definitely think there's a factor in that.
Yeah, but I don't think that if that's the case, then that's completely wrong to pull Trevor Bauer into that for no reason. There had to be some shred of evidence.
I guess that's fair.
And I mean, like, it's a rule. The MLB does have to enforce their rules. You can't tamper with the ball before you're pitching it. That's just, this is not how the game works anymore.
Let's go back to the old days of like when plumbers were pitching and they had thumbtacks in their glove.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Scraping it up.
All that fun stuff.
Was that really a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. I'll go
Baseball's
back
been
to
through
that.
some wild fucking times.
I'd bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's do it.
Let's just bring back stabbing.
Thumbtack ball. Call it. It won't be baseball. It's off brand.
Are the thumbtacks pointing out or are
Tap
they into the ball?
Depends on what kind of pitch you want to throw, James.
I think it would be kind of counterproductive to have them like facing in your
James
glove.
well, first of all, I love watching James process the things that I say because he's like, I don't know if I want to respond to that or I'm just gonna move on awkwardly and say I don't know how to respond to that.
Either way, it's just I just don't know how to respond to it. Honestly, either way, I'm just caught at a stalemate here.
Yep, that's what I do.
So with that being said, on the MLB, there's not much else going on besides MLB All-Star voting starting up. Unless Drew, you have something I'm missing.
Not that I can think of.
Not that, dude. I didn't realize that we're matching jersey to shirt or
Yeah,
what? Jersey to hat. That's what I was going for. Wow.
Hat
Oh, God.
shirt.
Got that motherfucking tang going.
Like a dull banana. So let's move on to the NFL. Not a lot still going on. Some free agent signings, whatever.
Cam Newton got hurt today.
What?
He was I think it was doing throwing drills and hit his hand off.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He has
hurt
a
his
bone
hand,
bruise. He's gonna be fine. He's fine.
Mac Jones, your week one.
That's that's so funny. That's what I said to Drew in the car earlier. I was like, this is the way they planned it. This is the way Belichick wanted it, man. He planned it out. Cam hits someone's helmet, breaks his hand, is out for 8 weeks, and we get Mac Jones, and then we're never gonna look back. And by never gonna look back, meaning
apparently Mac Jones has been impressive.
Hey, I don't care. I don't like him.
Yeah, get ready.
You have no reason not to like him.
I mean, I really do because people like Mac Jones that have come from Alabama, AJ McCarron.
AJ McCarron and Mac Jones are very different players.
Okay.
Are
Why don't you name some other quarterbacks that have come from Alabama
I'm
that
not
have
saying
worked
that there's any good Alabama
last 50
quarterbacks.
years?
There's got to be
Joe Namath,
one at some point.
Roger Staubach, like only
Joe
two that I
Namath?
can. I said Joe Namath.
Oh, all right.
Staubach went to Alabama.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Namath?
One. No, Namath did, but I think Staubach won too.
I don't know if Roger Staubach went.
Fact check.
Fact check it. I know there's another one that went to Alabama. I don't know if
Bart
it's
Starr.
Oh, it was Bart Starr.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess that's a pretty good name, but I mean, 2 in a history of fucking how many years isn't exactly.
I'm not
stellar.
arguing for Alabama quarterbacks as a whole. I'm arguing to give Mac Jones a damn chance.
No.
No.
I'm gonna give him a chance. Obviously, I have to because I'm a Patriots fan. So
Roger
can't.
Staubach went to Navy.
Okay, so I was thinking of an old-time quarterback. Roger Staubach was the first person I thought of.
Roger Staubach going to Navy shouldn't shock me in any way. That seems very accurate.
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, we're gonna have to see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to amount to. I mean, he has a much better offense than Cam had last year.
Yeah, but he
just
has
signed
also
Marvin
an
Hall.
offense that Cam is built for, not Mac is built for.
Right. Well, but that's the thing though, is like I feel like the offense they have now, you can plug and play.
Yeah, they've added enough wide receiver. They've had enough weapons that you can be kind of any type.
You
of
can be a
quarterback
passing team if you need to be.
Yeah.
Like last year, you couldn't. There's
Right.
no way you could be a passing team. This year, you can be a passing team if you really need to. You can get those yards, but it's gonna be like a Browns system. It's gonna be run first, play action.
49%, baby.
So run almost first.
Almost. Yeah, yes.
It's close.
That's the highest percentage in the NFL.
Yeah,
I learned
that's
that
true.
the other day in a video.
Mm-hmm.
That's. I feel like that's low. I guess it's not low. I feel like
That's
a lot
not
of teams.
that low.
No, that's not that low.
In today's league,
In today's
it's
league.
a passing league.
Yeah,
dude.
that's fair.
To
I
run
know.
the ball half the time is insane.
I was just shocked that the Browns ran it more than the Ravens.
The Ravens did a lot more passing last year.
Not
To
well,
very little
they did it.
success.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I think they were the second best rushing team last year. No.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
That sounds.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Efficiency, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, efficiency. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, Zach, I had this thought the other day, which could give you a little bit of confidence. Do you remember the last quarterback I was this adamant about being a bust?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay Herb,
who I'm now thinking is going to be MVP.
Oh my
this
God,
year.
no! Before last year's draft even happened, I didn't follow any of the prospects. Like this year, I got into it. Like this is my first official year, and I will be watching college football next year. But last year, when all those prospects are coming up, he's like Justin Herbert, absolute bust. He's gonna suck in the league. He's gonna go to some mediocre team, and he's not gonna amount to anything. He's gonna be cut like literally in the first 2 weeks.
I never said he was going to be cut, but I said he wouldn't finish off.
I mean,
an MVP deal.
I'm hyperbole, but
yeah,
it's there.
All right, yeah.
You were wrong.
You were wrong.
I was very
That's
wrong.
okay.
To be fair, though, I wasn't the only one who said that. If you look around, I wasn't in the minority of people who
No, I
thought
know.
Justin
I know
Herbert
you
was going to
weren't.
be bad.
Well,
No,
you
last
just
year
transitioned
talking about
perfectly.
quarterback stigmas again, because I guarantee you at least part of that is because he came out of Oregon.
Yeah.
Not even slightly. It's because I thought he was a gambler like Sam Darnold,
Oh, okay.
which he did play a lot. He relied too much on just I could fucking heave it, and didn't rely on putting it accurately.
I mean,
just, somewhere
we'll
in the
see
place of a
because
receiver.
again, usually what happens is you have one great season, rookie season, and then there's a sophomore slump for a reason. Because if you were that good, teams start to program their game around you.
And
So-
sure, we'll see what he looks like in year two. I'm very interested, but
that wasn't the worst take James had last year, and I know
Definitely.
everyone knows. Yeah.
He's
not gonna get 300 carries.
I'm gonna say it's not even that one. I'm gonna say it's Cole McDonald will be the starter by week 7.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, that was.
That wasn't good.
That's-
That was the hottest one. That was the worst.
I mean that one. I feel like the Derrick Henry one was like you're on the top shelf there, and you're like, no, I'm gonna pull him down a little bit. Cole McDonald, you were halfway there, and you just got the carpet pulled out from underneath you on that shit.
Yeah.
He went to what? 3 different teams and got cut every time.
He went to I think just Tennessee and Arizona.
Oh, he just went to Arizona after. Is
I
he
think
still on?
so.
Is he still on their roster?
No, he got cut.
Didn't he sign somewhere else?
Yeah, watch him play backup in the CFL.
Dude, fine. He'll ball.
He might. I don't know.
I know my man's.
I know my man's.
All right, let's see what news we got. Released by Arizona Cardinals. So no.
No, he's not on the roster anymore.
All right,
Um,
awesome.
Great, good to know.
Okay. Okay. All right. So other than that, so yeah, we were talking about this before.
I want to hurt them.
Julio and Aaron Rodgers still have not been traded. We are 4 days into the regular season, the NFL year official.
Yeah.
And they're owed a lot of money. The Packers remain adamant that they are going to figure out how to keep Aaron Rodgers there, while teams apparently are giving are you sure you want to go through with the deal for Julio Jones? So it looks like Julio Jones is more likely to be traded in this case.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, you have a situation where Julio is no longer the number one option. I mean, it's crazy to say that, but I think Calvin Ridley comes in and he takes that away from Julio, especially where he got hurt last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you have someone in Calvin Ridley who you can rely to be the number one. So, I mean, obviously he's expendable. And Kyle Pitts, you got to pay that dude. So there's only so much you can do at that point. You got to get rid of whoever's oldest, and even if it's Julio Jones.
And you're imagining that Kyle Pitts is going to be at least a somewhat viable replacement for Julio's.
Oh, I would say so. I mean, but you're just getting him at a different position.
Right. Well, but you can also do whatever you want with Kyle Pitts.
You can. I mean, he lined up more outside than he did in the slot, right?
Yeah, he didn't really line up in like the 3-point stance too much.
Yeah.
Which is what held him back from being the best tight end in college football. I forget what the name of the award was, but they wouldn't give it to him because he didn't line up in the 3-point stance a certain.
Would they give it to Pat?
No, I forget. I'd have to look back. I know 2 years ago it was Hunter Long, which would have been the year that it was debated. But last year, I forget who it was. It might have been Pat. No, Pat didn't. No, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. But anyway, that's not important.
Besides the point. Gets the conversation going.
Keeps the conversation going. So with that, let's talk Julio. Where's Julio ending up? Where's this whirlwind of Julio going? Because right now, I don't fucking know.
There's no
fathom, I guess.
I don't know. There's really no signs. I mean, you know, you have teams coming and say, oh, like we're recruiting him with the Patriots. Who did that with the Patriots? He wanted to play with Cam.
Yeah.
So that's where this all started, is that he wanted to play with Cam. So the Patriots got put on the map. And the thing for me is I haven't seen the Patriots come off the map yet. And that worries me because if they pay a first round, I mean, for me, it'd be worth it to give up a first round pick for Julio, only because what they've done with their first round picks that they spent on offense. So besides Isaiah Wynn,
fair
offensive linemen, they seem to know what to do, but running backs and fucking wide receivers, no.
Okay, so let me ask you this from a flip perspective of a Patriots perspective. I don't know why I said flip perspective, but Patriots perspective.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to be a piece in this trade? And I think it's pretty obvious, but would it be Sony or would it be Nikhil?
Well, if you're picking between either or,
yeah,
I mean,
you like assuming. I mean, it very well could just be they send two of them over there and fucking get a pick back with Julio. From a logistics
standpoint, I would want Sony.
That's what I would say, right?
Yeah, I would want Sony.
Backfield's deep enough.
Their receiving core is fine. Their tight ends are fine. Like you don't know what you're gonna get with N'Keal Harry. I mean, yeah, he could have a renaissance in Atlanta if he went, but I mean, you know what Sony Michel has done, and obviously there's been a sharp decline. But I mean, look what he did in the playoffs. Like if you can have that in clutch situations, if he's going to be that, I would take Sony Michel 100%. And the Patriots don't need Sony Michel anymore. They just don't.
They really don't. With all the talent they still have, stacked up, Damian Harris is very clearly the RB1 in a 4-person committee. But
and that guy that got Rayondre Stevenson too.
Yeah,
LeGarrette Blount. I mean, that's the kind of back that flourishes in a Patriot system. I mean, it just.
I know Ivan Fears said that he seems like a pass catching LeGarrette Blount, which sounds dangerous as all.
That's fucking scary.
That's fucking great.
If he can, do it all, that'd be awesome. Love that. I was excited about that pick.
I like that pick for you. I'm a Boomer fan. Boomer Sooner.
Yeah. JLK signed too, by the way. I don't know if you
saw that. I saw that. I'm pumped about it. I like all of it. I like all the signings. Give them their money.
Give them all the money.
Hey, Drew, you guys signed Eric Stokes too. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still not as upset about that as a lot of people because, again, having Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes on the outside, there's really nobody that can beat you at that point athletically.
Athletically, no. I mean, Eric Stokes was the most athletic corner in this draft.
And Jair Alexander's just monster. What are you doing?
If only you had him for Scotty Miller.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they still have Kevin King.
Yeah,
Dude, best trade-off ever. Kevin King, no Aaron Rodgers. Oh my God.
That's what we want.
That's just lovely.
That's what we want.
Sorry, you got Blake Bortles.
Brian Gutekunst.
Yeah, he's a fucking.
He's a Gouda Kunz.
Yeah, brilliant on his part.
I wonder why Aaron Rodgers wants to do what Aaron.
Yeah,
Rodgers-
like if anyone's shocked at this point why Aaron Rodgers wants to leave, it's directly associated with the GM.
Look at their roster, who's there and who shouldn't be there.
Right.
Kevin King.
It's not so much that there's not talent there. There's plenty of talent on the roster. It's the asinine moves in this position where, you know, you're right there. You are so close to having a championship roster, and you keep making these stupid decisions. I wouldn't want to be there anymore either. That's all I'm gonna say.
I knew I'd get him going.
Blake Bortles.
Oh,
baby,
that's
it's Blake
good.
time.
I saw some report today that somebody was saying that they were super impressed. Whoever like the Packers quarterback coaches was impressed in Jordan Love this year.
Cool. Drew's just gonna fucking forget about it. Forget about it. It's amazing.
Love you, Drew. Okay, let's move on to
Keep on keeping on.
Let's move on to the NBA. Playoffs are in full swing. We're almost fully into the second round. I can't think of who still has to make it in. I think it's Dallas and whoever they're playing. Have a game
Dallas
7.
and the Clippers, right?
The Clippers.
That's Clippers. I don't know what the series is right now.
I
It's
should.
3-2.
I can look that up. But
I think it's 3-2. I think the Mavs won the other day.
I'll tell you right now. I was right. It is Dallas and the Clippers. They are 3-2 Dallas leading.
Yep.
So
Yep.
with that, the 76ers moved on. The Knicks did not. Atlanta and Trae Young own New York, own MSG.
Yeah, that was surprising. I mean, I saw a couple of highlights. He balled out. I mean, he's matured.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he still looks like he's 14, but he's matured basketball wise.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
He's also limitless with that range, man. He's got Steph Curry.
I know, no kidding. He's got range for days.
All right. So next on would be Milwaukee, Miami. Milwaukee sweeps Miami, who we're going to talk about this too, but both finalists from last year are no longer in the tournament.
I know.
Brooklyn kicked a shit gentleman's sweep out of Boston. Utah beat up Memphis 4-1.
That's not a gentleman's sweep, I don't think.
What? Yeah, 4-1.
No, I think it has to do with the fact that you let them win one and then you win 4 straight. I think that's why it's a gentleman's sweep.
Oh, is that why?
I think so. I've always been confused about that, but I've started to understand it.
All right. So depending on what perspective you're looking at it and what you think a gentleman's sweep is, it was either yes, or it either was or was not a
It's our
gentleman's
debater's
sweep.
question. What the fuck is a
What
gentleman's
the
sweep?
fuck is a gentleman's sweep? Utah beat Memphis 4-1. Like I said, the Clippers and Dallas are still playing. Denver ended up beating Portland 4-2, which I'm not shocked about because Portland's defense was historically bad. Like they were awful this year.
Yeah.
And then the biggest one. Oh my God, just threw in my mouth a little bit. LeBron James and the Lakers, the beat up Lakers, end up losing 4-2 to Phoenix.
In six.
No
games. Fight in the dog. No fight in the dog anymore.
And we'll jump off onto this game here, but
5-0.
What?
5-0 Red Sox.
Oh, 5-0. Let's go. Yeah. So
I saw.
I wrote this in the blog today. The entire time was like, oh, this is a storyline. LeBron James is going to come out and put up 50. Anthony Davis will come back healthy for game 7. It'll be a whole story as they push through the playoffs.
Yep.
LeBron James this is the point. This is the point in history. You can stab a fucking needle in it and say, this is the exact point where LeBron James fell off. This is it. He couldn't push through. He had no bounce. He had no speed. He had no answers. It didn't help that Caruso and AD were injured, but he's always been the guy who's been able to push through. He's always been the guy who's been able to lead a team. Doesn't matter who was on the court. He could get you a win.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, but this is where we really see if LeBron is one of the all-time greats. I think
he is. There's really not a debate at this point.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair.
What he's accomplished.
Yeah,
what
fair
he's
enough.
done. You can't say he's not one of the all-time greats.
All right, let me rephrase that. I'll rephrase that. I'm sorry. I mean, there's a debate that he's the greatest of all time in basketball. I still think that's MJ, but I mean, he can solidify or at least catch up on some ground if he's able to turn around next year and win a finals.
I think if LeBron James can win a finals next year, I think that would pretty much wrap up the debate.
It could.
It again depends on the situation.
James doesn't like that answer.
It depends.
What's going
No,
on?
just my lips look weird when I do that.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
It depends on the situation. It depends on who's around him. If it's a super team that he doesn't really even need to be on for them to have a competitive chance, then no, it doesn't close the case. But if he pulls what LeBron has been known to pull in the past and ends up in a similar situation and finds a way to push through it next time, and this time he's been hurt all year pretty much, so
yeah, right. And I would say, because of the injuries, that obviously that was their downfall.
100%.
But like, I would not that I like the Lakers, but I would love to see them, come out as a dog next year and like actually struggle without any injuries and like fight their way through the playoffs. I mean, if he can do that and then carry his team, like he needs to be the focal point, like Drew said. You know what I mean? If he's not the focal point, then it's not really to do anything for his case. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's always the game. Like he plays, you always have to put the ball in his hands, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, he has to be the point. He's not a supporting role. He is the main character. He's not
right. Exactly.
He's not fucking P. Diddy. He's The Rock. Fuck Vin Diesel.
Oh, okay.
Is it P. Diddy?
I don't know. I didn't understand that reference, but
Fast and Furious. Who is it?
Ludacris?
Luda.
Luda.
He's not Ludacris. He's Vin Diesel's left ear.
Okay.
Vin Diesel, this is a fact. 80% of Vin Diesel's like shots are from his left side.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's fact.
Yeah, the made up facts by James. New segment, made up facts.
Made up facts.
Real fake news.
Real fake news. Yes, exactly. Real fake news.
Real fake news. So with that, with the Lakers being out and whatever is going to happen in the West now, the West looks wide open. It looks like it's kind of a 2-horse race with Utah and Phoenix, like the top 2 seeds.
So I mean,
yeah.
You don't really see any dark horse candidates coming in stealing.
I mean, if the rest of the Dallas team, if they can beat the Clippers and the rest of the team can figure it out, I mean, that would be dangerous because
it could.
Luka on his own,
hot.
When the rest of his team isn't doing shit, Luka Doncic is out there winning games for them.
That's really true. I mean,
so if the rest of the team can figure it out a little bit, the Mavericks could be a force as well.
So the Mavericks would end up playing Utah if they win the series.
Ooh, I don't know. That's tough.
I'll say I think Phoenix has the easier road, and if I'm right, it looks like Utah and Phoenix will match up if they both end up moving on past this round. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have full faith Utah is a different beast. I think this is the Donovan Mitchell revenge tour. We talked about it earlier in the year with Shaq. Donovan Mitchell's on a fucking tear. He
really is.
Rudy Gobert is shutting down everything that's in front of him. Watch out, world.
I know.
Rudy Gobert's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
Donovan Mitchell's about to step into like a top 3 role of like the new era.
He really could.
Yeah.
He really could. I mean, I just think it's funny. Everyone forgets the fight they had at Encore in Boston that gave everyone fucking COVID.
Yep.
You remember that?
I do.
So
Great. Somehow we always find a way to tie it back. What's your prediction for the finals right now? I know you're not a big basketball guy.
I'm not a big basketball guy, but I mean, I think anyone that at least follows it a little bit knows that it's going to be the Nets and whoever the hell else comes out of the West. I know you have a spicy pick, and that's fine. I have a gut feeling Milwaukee is going to come out. I don't
Milwaukee's
know.
a one-trick pony.
Something about
Milwaukee's a one-trick pony, even with Chris Middleton.
I understand that. Something about this year's Giannis, wasn't his best self, but I feel like he's about to blow up in the postseason.
So you're saying because Giannis didn't go in with all the hype, he is like a secret weapon almost? Like he's the sleeper dark
he's
horse
not a
in this race?
secret weapon. I just think that
Giannis Antetokounmpo cannot be a secret weapon.
He can. You can hide him in a carry-on.
Yeah.
What fucking carry-on?
James facts.
7-Eleven. He's open 24.
A carry-on if you're riding on a cargo plane.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm saying that, this is the kind of storyline you could potentially see him, like, the past 2 years he was off the rocker, like he was excellent, and then he just fell flat in the playoffs. I think this could be the year where they come out and they shock everyone by beating Brooklyn, but
it could. But he
could. I don't think he's. I don't know, because Brooklyn's defense isn't that great.
Yeah, but they
Really
score
not.
so many goddamn points, man.
I know they score so many goddamn points. I understand that. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Not a big basketball fan, but I could kind of see something like that happening. James,
I think that
Milwaukee's
Milwaukee's got a shot.
Who gonna be? Atlanta? You gonna say Atlanta?
Dude, you want to talk about like dark horse candidates, which is weird because they're the 1 seed and they went in as plus 300. I'll take Philly versus Utah in the final.
Yeah.
I think Philly is a much better team this year. I don't think that's a fucking shock to anybody. If they can stay fully healthy through the next few series, up 5-1. If they can stay healthy through the next few series, it's Philly's fucking East to lose.
I mean, we'll see. I mean,
I hate myself for rooting for Philly, by the way.
I know. I know. I understand that.
It's not great.
It's. I don't know. I don't predict basketball very well, especially now that LeBron's out, Steph's out, Kawhi is about to be out.
Now that the easy picks are out.
This is the first time in 10 years that neither of them have been in. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy. That's
Absolutely ridiculous.
And I mean, like, who are your superstars that are left? You have Donovan, Rudy.
All right. So in order, you'd have Simmons and Embiid.
Yep.
Trae Young, Giannis, the big three in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Spida, Rudy Gobert, Nikola Jokic because Jamal Murray is out, and Devin Booker, Chris Paul.
Right. So out of all of those you just said,
And Luka Doncic.
And Luka. Sorry, I forgot about Luka.
Yeah.
How could you forget?
Well, because they're technically still in, but
yeah,
Mavs are about to beat them, bitch.
He's on the
Plays
Mavs.
for the Mavs.
Right, I understand that, but he was talking about the Clippers players too, were you not?
No.
Oh, you didn't even name the Clippers players?
No, I didn't name either of them.
Kawhi.
Yeah. No, I did not say Kawhi.
Yeah, all right. Well, they're about to be eliminated. Fuck off. I mean, I just wanted to point out that out of all of those names, which team has the players with the most experience? That's going to be your
Lou Williams, baby.
Lou.
Give me the Lou.
All right, let's talk about something you do know, Zach. Let's chalk some hockey.
All right, well, we've had some very interesting hockey going on for you.
We've had that hockey.
Much hockey as you have. Yeah, so I mean, there were a lot of shocking things that happened in the first round. Montreal beating Toronto, coming back from down 3-1.
Sucks.
Toronto's curse living on, and that's the thing. Chris was asking me, he's like, "Why are you rooting for Montreal? Why are you rooting for?" I'm like, "I'm not rooting for Montreal. I'm just kind of hoping that Toronto loses, and then I get to see Montreal get their asses kicked in by Winnipeg next round."
Not just that Toronto loses, but that
Aren't they playing
Toronto
Winnipeg, or am I
loses
high?
in
What?
Isn't Montreal playing Winnipeg?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying next round. I was like,
No. This round. Well, technically, when it happened, it was supposed to be.
Oh,
Next
okay, got you.
Time frame.
Sorry, Drew. Drew, I'm sorry. Drew, I apologize.
Hey, he's apologizing.
I'm trying to remember what I was saying.
He doesn't know. He said he's sorry too. He loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had Montreal beating Toronto down 3-1 in the series. Just
Toronto fucking sucks.
had their way.
That's what I was
had
saying.
their way with them.
Just Toronto losing in just such a
Oh, yeah.
spectacular fashion. Yet again.
For the fourth year in a row, basically.
Blowing 3-1 game leads. Blowing 3-1 leads in games.
Series, yeah. I know. What are you gonna say? I mean, if you're a Leafs fan, I'd look for a new team. Honestly,
I would jump ship.
Well, I mean, you really think about it. They've had their stars for years, and they've been boasting, "Oh, we're good. We're a good team. We're a good team." Look what happened. What have I been saying all year? The North is dog shit. Don't look at the standings as truth. That it's not. The bottom two teams made it through the first round. The bottom two teams made it through to the first round. The same thing with the East. The standings don't mean anything because all the teams are that close. Boston was the most complete team. They made it on. New York just had their way with Pittsburgh because they don't have goaltending. Moving on. You have to have good goaltending. There's just a lot of things going on. But, Nashville gave Carolina a run for their money. I thought it was going to be a sweep, but they lose in 6 games.
Not bad.
Tampa Bay just butt fucked Panthers. So sorry if you're a Cat fan.
A potential gentleman's sweep. We're not really sure how that works.
Yeah, we don't know.
May or may not be.
Yeah. Okay. Who else am I missing? The Blues. The Blues got rolled. Poor Drew.
Mm-hmm.
That was a sweep. Such is life. I mean, yeah, they just didn't have the team. No one in the West is going to beat Colorado. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
Colorado.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's fucking awesome.
They're very good. But, yeah, and then you had Vegas beat Minnesota. Minnesota almost came back in their series too, but Vegas shuts it down in Game 7. I mean, they've had a recent history with that as well, with the Sharks series, like last year or 2 years ago. I think it was last year. But anyways, and we have exciting matchups for you this round. The North,
we do.
Montreal and Winnipeg. We already have bad blood in that series. Nikolai Ehlers just shit stomped. I think it was Jake Evans. 4-game suspension. I'm telling you, if that game doesn't go 7, that series doesn't go 7, I will be very upset. I want to see someone's brains fall out.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be amazing. I want to see someone fucking beat the shit out of Nikolai Ehlers. Not because I don't like him, but he deserves to be for that hit. We have the Central. That is Tampa Bay and Carolina. Tampa Bay had a 2-0 lead. Carolina won an OT last night. So series isn't over yet, but I don't know. Tampa's looking real good. Again, fucking Nikita Kucherov got a fucking year's worth of rest and then gets to play in the playoffs. Bullshit.
How is that bullshit?
It's bullshit.
How?
It's bullshit.
How?
Because they gonna beat my team. That's why. Happens every year. I mean, what else do you expect? The Bruins aren't going to move on. I'm adamant that they're going to move on. The Islanders are dog shit, garbage, hot trash.
At Sean and Connor.
At Sean and Connor. Mostly at Connor. I don't think is Sean an Islanders fan?
Probably.
No, I think he's a Colts fan, right?
Yes.
So he's probably, I don't know. He could be. I don't know. But, yeah, Connor, how does that feel? Great goal led up by Semyon Varlamov, huh? It's great. Should have had that, right?
All right, so since we're already talking about them, my 2 points for this matchup, the Coliseum fucking gets loud. You can tell that just on
100%.
TV.
100%.
Like, woof, electric factory.
They got the dome there.
And I had set up a bet with Connor, hammered after recording Drunk and Disorderly. I forgot to bring this up. Originally, it was, I said, if the Islanders sweep, we will become a Real Talk fan page for a week. So that's dead. And then he said Isles and 6. And I said, if the Bruins win, you have to change your logo to black and gold. He agreed. If the Isles win the series, I have to make a Matt Barzal rocking the baby post with the baby being pasta.
Okay. You should have included something about him eating like a box full of pasta, like dry pasta or something. Just hear the crunch of sorrow.
Oh, that would have been great. That should have been it.
Yeah, it should have, but that's all right.
Sorry. D&D James is a different beast.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Shout out to Drunk and Disorderly. Listen to that. That's pretty funny.
Great episode.
It's
Oh
all
my god.
Anyway. It's all right. They won't let me on.
I've never been invited.
Yeah, James just does it because he feels like it. He doesn't even like he wants me on the show, but just doesn't want to tell me.
It just gives me an excuse for me to drink.
What, denying me my rightful own?
It's not your rightful throne. Fuck
My
off.
rightful throne, yeah.
You can come on for an episode. I told you that.
I know. When do you guys do them again? Wednesdays?
Never. Sorry,
Yeah.
we canceled it.
Oh, that's all right. Cool.
Bi-weekly. We golf every other week. That's the new thing. Yeah, we golf in between. We're doing a bi-weekly now. Anyway, that's not important. That's a
Oh,
post-recording.
that's pretty important. That's fun. I like that.
That's fun. Sounds like a lovely work environment.
Yeah.
We have fun.
We love to have fun.
Anyway, back to the NHL.
Where was I? I think I covered all the matchups last round. I covered the matchups this round.
Ooh, so should we?
I was gonna say I think we're looking at Bruins, Lightning, Colorado, and I'm gonna say, dare I say, Montreal.
Montreal.
I don't know. There's just something about a dark horse team with a fucking phenomenal goaltender, and Carey Price still exists, guys. He stole that series for Montreal, and they're on their way to a 2-0 series lead right now as I speak, because they are winning game 2. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, well,
I
boys.
hate it, but I kind of love it. Not gonna lie.
Boys, you guys wanna lube up?
Fuck.
Fucking lube up.
Get the lube.
I've been lubed this entire
Get the
time.
gimp.
It's like I've been sitting here full torque, lubed, waiting to debate.
You didn't notice my pants have been off this entire time.
Yeah, he had the cock ring on.
All right. So this Master Debaters is brought to you by hockey and me being confused by it.
The
So-
sport of hockey.
I have
The
seen
lack of
multiple
knowledge.
takes on Twitter. So I want to ask you, gentlemen, and the collective us,
Yes.
is the suspension from that hit, and this is a real thing, bad for hockey? Because this has been a take.
Suspension bad for hockey. Well,
Yes, because a lot of people on Twitter have been saying, like, this is bad. It's just a violent game. This is why, like, it wasn't a dirty hit, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, if you really watch the full tail, like him charging down from center ice and just like fucking tunnel vision focus.
So what people miss is even with the hit, you look at the hit, then you look at the feet.
Feet left
Okay.
the ice. I know that's charging.
The feet left the that's not charging.
Damn it.
That's an illegal check.
All right.
That's what that is. I mean, you can't leave the ice to make a check. You have to stay on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, again, if you leave your feet and you make a clean check, most people are going to look the other way. But it wasn't a clean check. They came around the boards, blindside check, left his feet, went for the head. It's a suspension. You have to suspend him. I mean, again, you look back at the shit that happened with Tom Wilson. Just on his reputation alone, that should have been a suspension. But I don't think this is bad for hockey. I mean, I think you have to weed out the bad suspensions, like not giving Tom Wilson a suspension. That one you need to give.
Right.
This one was also a suspension, but there have been other ones where you look at it, it's like, I don't know, that's not a game misconduct or that's not a suspension. And they've been able to review that kind of thing in games, like whether or not it's going to be a game misconduct, because if that happens, then they can move on to the next step, which is possible suspension, league hearing, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I think he deserved a suspension. I think 4 games maybe is a little too high, especially in the playoffs, but he left his feet. I mean, he left his feet.
When it comes down to it, I think that player safety has to be paramount. So if you have players that are making checks that are illegal according to the rules of the game, you have to discipline that as it should be. I mean, it has to be known that you can't just get away with that, or the game just inherently becomes much less safe.
Right.
So you have to show that you have to adhere to the rules, especially when it comes to player safety.
Right. I mean, there's been so many movements.
Scary injuries.
Oh no, of course.
As a result, directly of illegal hits.
And I think you're looking at an era that's maybe, I can understand maybe they're pushing the boundaries too much as far as the amount of games they suspend people or that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, even a decade ago, you have a hit like Matt Cook on Mark Savard. I don't know if you remember that hit, but I mean, like that right away, like, he comes in, Mark Savard's not even anywhere near Matt Cook, comes in, gets him in the face, across the face with a flying elbow, knocks him out, has a concussion. Like, I don't know how concussions are. I've never had one before.
Grade 79 concussion.
Yeah, whatever the highest grade concussion, he had it from that elbow. And I mean, I think a lot of players are, giving their input on how all that happened. And now there's like, it's kind of like a, how do I explain this? Over something. Like they're doing too much to offset the fact that they didn't do enough. Overcompensation. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know why I couldn't think that. Yeah, I think it's a reaction. I think it's an overcompensation. I think he probably deserves 2 games, especially in the playoffs. I mean, it's also about situation. If it was, their intent to hurt could have been there, and he went in for a very heavy check, didn't slow down, left his feet, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, that probably played into it too. But I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into that kind of thing. I don't think it's bad for hockey. I'm glad that they're looking out for player safety, but at the same time, I think a majority of the suspensions that come in, I think you can do without on most players. I think some players, especially do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they need to lighten the load, but they also need to punish the people that continuously do it, like a Tom Wilson or Matt Cook. You know what I mean? People that are of repeat offenders, they need to be hard on, and they can't, regress the line, is what I'm trying to say. But for people that haven't done it, it'll have to depend on how egregious the act was.
Okay. I like that.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not by any means on the side of Twitter on this one.
No,
I think if you're gonna come through and try to fucking kill somebody and knock their head off,
but just, I mean, the kind of people that think them, doing this kind of thing, suspending a player for that kind of hit, yeah, it would have been legal like 20 years ago. But 20 years ago, you had people leaving the game left and right because of concussions. I mean, and the same thing. It's like, when these people watched hockey, it was the Big Bad Bruins and the Broad Street Bullies and Mike Neely, Jesus. Mike Milbury climbing up in the stands at Madison Square Garden and beating a fan with his own shoe. Like, he didn't get suspended for that. That shit was hilarious, but he didn't get suspended for that. It's fucking violence.
Right, but it's a different time. It's a different day.
Exactly. Well, that's the point. Those are the people that are saying, "Oh, well, hockey's this and hockey's that. It's supposed to be this." Well, I mean, it is supposed to be it, but it also has, formed its own kind of thing now because it's a different market. It's a different market now. The people growing up don't want to watch violence all the time. I mean, it's true. It's true.
You're right. It's just a different demographic now.
I like
There's
it.
no reason
I
to
like it.
not protect your players if
Right,
you have
exactly.
the ability to do so.
Especially if, they're $10-15 million assets, because then you lose that revenue. Just from a business standpoint, obviously you want the player to be okay, but
Right. Well, all right.
I'm saying in perspective of the NHL, like, yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened.
No, I don't know. You're good. I'm just saying. I didn't think there was going to be any disagreement here, but I just thought it was an interesting topic to bring up.
What?
Debate. What?
No, we kind of cut out. You kind of cut out on us.
Oh. Yeah, nothing happened.
I
I
was
heard everything.
confused.
I was just saying
Yeah,
that I didn't think there was
I
going to
heard
be
you
any
say-
disagreement.
Oh.
Like I was.
No. I didn't think so either. I think all
Yeah.
three of us.
It just gave us a platform to talk about the
Yeah.
NHL. All right. Well,
There we
that's
go.
all I got.
Thank you. I heard this full.
That's it.
Do you want to throw some people in the trash bag? I feel like the trash bag in it today.
Yeah, you know what? We haven't done the trash bag in a bit.
Yeah. Let's welcome to the trash bag.
Welcome to the trash
It's like
bag.
a tropical.
Oh, I didn't do the fucking do. Fuck. Goddamn sham.
Well, you didn't really introduce the BOTA News, did you?
No. I'm a goddamn sham.
Yeah. See, you got to do that.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
fucking
do it.
hot in here, all right?
Yeah, I know it's so hot in here too. Holy shit.
Jesus.
Nikolai Ehlers in the trash bag, 4 game
Fuck.
suspension. You suck. Toronto Maple Leafs, trash bag, super trash bag, extra ultra mega trash bag of suckiness for you.
For the what? Oh, Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, Toronto Maple Leafs
Maple
can stay in the bag. Yes.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
Jesus God, you took
Good
two
job
ones off the front.
to their top. Sorry to I gotta throw John Tavares. You're a good boy. You don't go in the trash bag. Hope you recover. Austin Matthews, trash bag. Mitch Marner, trash bag. William Nylander, trash bag.
Give me you,
Way to
Darvish, in
show
the
up.
trash bag, rubbing your thumb,
Rubbing your thumb.
rubbing thumb.
Celtics front office and coaching situation in.
Oh, what the
trash
fuck? We
bag.
didn't even mention that.
I know.
Whoops.
Yeah. Whoops.
God damn it.
NEH steps down. Fucking
Brad Stevens.
I can't
Brad
believe
Stevens
it.
moves
Brad
up, new head
Stevens
coach
moves up,
search.
even though he's
starts.
never had a position like that before. Sorry, James.
Oh, you're good. I got nothing for that, really.
All right.
I think it was a good play. I think that was a good move. So front office was in the trash bag. Now it's just Danny Ainge in the trash bag.
Yeah. Enjoy retirement, Danny. He won us a championship. He did.
He did.
Bye, Danny.
Bye, Danny. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Let me think. Is that all I got?
That's all we got.
Yeah, I guess maybe Knicks fans. Just because they're Knicks fans. You're in the trash.
Knicks
bag.
fans. That Celtic fan who threw a water bottle.
Trash bag.
The guy who spit on Trae Young.
Trash bag.
The guy who's been on Trae Young, trash bag. The guy that threw a water bottle near Kyrie after he stomped on the Celtics logo.
Assault with a dangerous weapon.
Yeah, really? Are we fucking kidding me?
With a fucking
seriously?
Aquafina.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna defend that guy until I die. All right. It was an empty water bottle. It didn't even hit him. It didn't hit him. The other dude spit on Trae Young, and he's not getting charged with anything.
I know.
Throws a water bottle near Kyrie Irving. The dude has a hissy fit. Well, maybe if you don't disrespect the other team's logo on the middle court in front of all of the fans, maybe you wouldn't get something thrown at you, you dumbass. I mean, am I
We
wrong?
here at BOTA Sports do not condone throwing stuff at players.
No, I don't.
But if you're gonna
I
do
don't
it, throw it.
condone it. I'm not going to do it myself. But in logical standpoint, if you do something that is not okay to other people, and you don't expect them to have a problem with it, I mean, come on.
Drew, you got anything for the trash bag?
No.
No, I'm just very
Okay.
angry today. I don't know why.
You're allowed to be, dude. I like it. I like the fierceness.
Support.
Okay, well, this has been the BOTA Show. Thank you all for joining us so much. You know where to find us at BOTA Sports on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can find this podcast if you're already listening to it. Good job. You did it. We're in your ears. We're in your heart. We're in your soul.
Maybe even.
But you
your
can also
eyes.
In your eyes.
In your eyes.
If you're watching this on YouTube, we're in your eyes.
We're making you watch this. Actually, that's why you're watching it.
Yeah, if you watch the 3 minutes of the pre of this with us figuring out what the fuck to do, we're in your eyes. Sorry, master debater. Sometimes they're gonna end up in your eye. It happens.
It's kind of a cornucopia of
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify. Check out our merch on Teespring via the link in our bio at any of our social medias.
Linktree, baby.
Linktree. And
Dude, you already found us on here, but check out the rest of the content.
check out Drunk Disorderly Pod. Also on the BOTA Sports Network.
Oh,
Best network in the world.
Network. Oh, oh shit.
Got a little half chub from that one.
What are you talking about? I'm full mast all the time.
Fucking rock hard now.
Constantly.
All right. Let's all do it together. All at one time.
All right.
Stay beautiful.
Stay soggy.
Bye.